Hi, and welcome to Guru Grit. My name is Monica, and I love to learn about how the world really works and try new things all the time. I've been on my spiritual journey for what seems like a lifetime, and I encourage everyone to try and see for themselves if what I say works or doesn't work, if it's right for them, not right for them. But the important thing is to encourage and foster curiosity and an openness for discourse about anything. So today's topic is how to imagine, how to use your imagination. It seems so basic, it seems so trivial, but it leads to bigger things. If you can get a handle on it early on and start to work with it and flex that muscle more and more, it will make a real difference in your life. So let's begin. If you're interested in knowing more, you can go onto my TikTok. I have lots of content on there. I spent a lot of time on there since I downloaded it. It's a lot of fun. And I primarily began Guru Grit just to dispel misinformation about astrology and try to separate what is astrological content intended for entertainment and what's actually workable and what you can use. But I see the same thing in the manifestation and spiritual community. So I'm having the time of my life just rolling with it and having just amazing conversations back and forth with anyone. So if you have a question, feel free to comment on here, write to me, email me on any platform that I am on. I check daily, so I'll be able to reply to you. So let's get going. Someone asked, I get it, like I understand we create our own reality, this, that, and the other, but how do you actually use your imagination? So I talk about when to use it. You take a few breaths, try to have your chin up a little bit. You don't want to be in a physical state that implies you're somehow like a weakling or meek. You know, you're like, sit or lie down comfortably, chin slightly up. You can put some attention, or if you want, some of your awareness there. And just clear your mind. Clear your mind. And then I say to imagine the thing that you want over and over again until you can feel an emotional resonance. I usually start smiling and then I know it's done and it's time to get up, or you can fall asleep in that. This I still work on. Yesterday I was imagining something and the next thing I know I woke up the next day, which was this morning, and I was like, oh man, and I realized I just passed out. But that happens when you're over 30, so it's fine. So when you are in that state now, you're nice and calm, what usually happens is your mind will start to produce thoughts, right? Because it's always kind of like on autopilot doing something. So the first few thoughts, just whoosh them away. If you're interested in getting into meditation, there's a book called Breath Sweeps Mind. I read it ages ago. I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I still remember parts of that book, but it's, explains how to just meditate. So, oh, little caterpillar. You just breathe, and with each breath, if the thought comes in, you just release it. Even be aware of your tongue. Is the posture of your tongue in your mouth a certain way? Just be completely aware. And empty yourself out. So the first thoughts that are just sort of like there because of routine or habit, you just sweep them from your mind. And then bring forward the scene that you want. Let's use a person for this. You want to be on a date or you want to be married or something. This is the most important thing. A lot of the time when we envision things, we envision them from the third person. Maybe it's a function of our form, we're just used to watching movies, or because we make vision boards, we make things in like couples and twos. Or like money, we see a lottery winner, we see a person walking to an office job, they're powerful, briefcase and tie, whatever. So you think you envision that. However, I've said this previously, existence, unlike us, doesn't romanticize anything. It's a formula. And I know as sucky as that is to hear that like the universe, the universe has your back, but it's just not like this climactic event with like violins and orchestras unless you want it to be. It's not romantic. That's just how it works. So it has, it just doesn't have that kind of, I don't even know what to call it, like sense of humor or poetic leaning. So basically, if you imagine that you and your person are eating dinner and you're watching it, the subconscious only sees you watching these two people on a dinner date. Which means one day you're going to walk by a restaurant or drive by a restaurant and see your specific person to dinner with someone who probably looks like you. If you see yourself as a lottery winner from the third person, you will see someone who resembles you or is in the outfit that you thought of or has a similar name, holding that massive foam check or whatever. And you're like, that should have been me. So instead of thinking, oh, I see these business people going to this building every day, I wanted that to be me, you have to start imagining it from your own point of view, which is hearing the clicking, clacking of your shoes, holding a bag, opening the door, greeting people as you go in, not from the outside, from within. How to start doing that is actually similar, if you're to get technical, similar to learning how to lucid dream. Now, lucid, I want to preface, is not necessary to anything. If you want to do it, that's totally fine, but this is just how I do it, okay? When you start lucid dreaming, it's recommended that you slowly enter that state. So you're like, am I aware? Am I aware? I'm aware. And then the first thing is to put your hands in front of your eyes and just sort of be like, yeah, they're my hands. Okay, and then maybe look down at your feet. You start small. You just start really, really small. So in your imagination, if you're imagining being married, being happily married, be specific, be blissfully happily married to anyone or that specific person, just start small. Okay, hands, holding hands. Oh, that's nice. 2 rings. Okay, that's nice. Oh, in the passenger or in the driver's seat of a car, looking at your mate, and you're going on your honeymoon. Don't stand outside the car because you'll see them drive off with someone else, right? If you want to find $100 on the ground, don't envision yourself picking it up. You see your hand go down, pick it up off the grass, wave it in front of your face, and you walk off and you see the rest of the scenery around you. So you have to be particular in that sense. That's actually how to imagine. When you think that thought, from that state of allowing it in, you're feeling receptive, you plant the seed, as it's said, in the subconscious. So now it's time to let it go. And I would only consider imagining those scenes over and over again from a place of, feeling calm, accepting, whatever. Because if you're tense, then you're kind of creating a tense situation. Maybe you find $100 on the ground, and a second later, someone's like, "Bozo, that's mine," and they try to swing punches at you, and you're like, "Whoa, I didn't want the smoke. I just wanted the money." So you have to be really, really in a good place when you receive it. But you can be specific. So this is, the Reverend is one of my favorite people. And he owned 20 Rolls Royces, literally, literally. And I mean, I don't know what they are, but, and also what is with spiritual teachers and Rolls Royces? Osho had a fleet of Rolls Royces and he never drove. He never driver's license, but he said he had them outside of his mansion to prove the point of detachment, that he could have them and not care, which I find really funny. That's why I actually really like him. He just had a wicked sense of humor. But Reverend Ike is like this too. And he said he got a brand new, the latest whatever, Rolls Royce, and he drove onto his property after being at the church, and one of his employees met him outside, a driver, I think, and he said, "Oh my God, Reverend, you won't believe it. Just yesterday I was thinking about this exact Rolls Royce, and here it is." And he got out of the car and he said, "Yeah, but you made one mistake. You didn't see yourself driving it." So you see, it did appear in that man's reality, but as somebody else driving that car. So if you want, I don't care, Mercedes, a Honda, a Toyota, a Porsche, I could not care less. You can have anything you want. Be the person in the driver's seat. Using this corny analogy, be in the driver's seat of your own life. So if you want to be happily married, assume dominion over a happy marriage. You are happily married. You see your husband or your wife in the living room by the fire. You're holding 2 cups of whatever mulled wine around the holidays, and you go and you hand them one and they give you a kiss on the cheek. It's you, it's your cheek, not someone else's. You see the ring, you see their ring as they take the cup, really flesh it out with detail. Whatever you like, flesh it out, flesh it out. You know, they have a nickname for you, you're happy all the time, and just a quick scene, just that exchange of cups. Oh, I love coming downstairs in the morning. My husband always makes me breakfast. Oh, my wife is so thoughtful. She always texts to see how my day is going, you know? And you just replay that scene. And if you can get into a place where you fall asleep thinking those things, it will come a lot faster. It will come a lot faster. But like I said earlier, my own self, once my head touches the pillow, I'm out. I mean, I'm nocturnal. I'm very much nocturnal person. And my friend said, wait till you turn 30, you'll pass out like it's no one's business. And I thought, that's not gonna happen. It happens. So, so yes, I mean, if you could just fall asleep thinking that scene, then it's done. It's a done deal. The subconscious mind has accepted it. It will figure out a way to bring it to you. So I hope you've enjoyed this little discourse on how to actually imagine. Start small. You know, if you want to be married, in your own mind, see your own hand with a wedding ring. Such a small deed, takes 1 second. Takes 1 second. Maybe you're handing a cashier a $5 bill. Maybe you have your hand on the steering wheel of a car. Maybe you're stroking your child's hair. Doesn't matter. You see and you program it in your mind. That's all there is to it. So go forth and try it. Let me know how it goes. And I hope to see you again here, having more question and answers, having a good time. I look forward to all of your testimonials. I know they're going to come in. They already actually have started. I just don't reveal them. So in any case, I wish you a beautiful rest of the day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here with me. Bye-bye.